Brinkhoff's #1 Premium Pilsner.
And remember, life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. I've got one here from Germany and it is the Brinkhoff Premium Pilsner. It's in a green bottle, my favourite coloured bottle. Nothing could possibly go wrong with the beer inside a green bottle or a clear bottle. Let's just get that out of the way. I'm not going to rant and rave about green or clear bottles. I've done it too many times, and if this is skunked, all bets are off. I'm going to fucking lose the plot. Anyway, relax. This is brewed by the Dortmunder Action Brewery, commonly known as DAB. I've done a review of their beer, which has been given its own specification. Now, I'd argue with that. They call it Dortmunder Export. To me, it's just a lager. There's nothing to distinguish it from a normal German lager. Really, there isn't. Nothing in the taste, nothing in the appearance, nothing in the way it's brewed. But they've decided to call it a Dortmunder Export. That's up to them. But this stuff is brewed by them. Now, they originally were a brewery who got taken over by, well, there was a succession of takeovers. I'm not really going to go into the history of it too much, but they've ended up being taken over by DAB, Dortmunder Action Brewery, and the beer is named after a fella called Fritz Brinkhoff, who was the master brewer at this old brewery, and he devised this recipe in 1897, and in 1997 this beer was brewed in his honour. I think that's a depiction of him there on the label, whether you can see that or not. Yeah, there it is. That's old Fritzy. And what they've done is they've done it as a commemoration of him, taking it, you know, his name, and put it to the beer. And that was in 1997. Now, this beer has gone on from strength to strength, and there's a massive alarm. Well, there's fucking 2 alarm bells already ringing with this. It's in a green bottle for starters. But they serve this beer to the fans of Borussia Dortmund. Now, Borussia Dortmund are a relatively successful German football club. They used to be managed by a fellow called Jurgen Klopp, who manages a small club in Merseyside now. I think they're called, what is it, Everpool or Leverton or something. I don't know. I can't remember. It's one of them two anyway. And yeah, this is the stuff. If you ever go and watch them, don't worry, West Ham won't be ever going to see them because we're never going to get into Europe. I don't fucking care. It ain't about the football and it ain't about winning when you support a team. If you do go there, this is what you'll be drinking. Well, if you buy a beer in the ground anyway. But it's from Dortmund. It is a Pilsner. Dortmund is northern Germany, so I will be expecting relatively bitter notes on the finish on this beer, as is in keeping with a North German Pilsner. There are some great North German Pilsners out there, Warsteiner, Kronbecker, Bitburger, and that's just to name 3 of them, but there's others out there as well, but they've all got that. Jever is another one. Jever especially, that's a very characteristic North German Pilsner, which has got that dry, bitter finish. So if it's anything like that, that's what I'd be expecting. Jever's in a green bottle, this is in a green bottle. Let's just fucking park the bus there. Remember that next song, 10 green bottles, and if one should fall. There's a lot to be said about that. I reckon that was written by a man after my own heart. Anyway, let's get this open and let's see what's going on. before we do, let's investigate it. It's a 500ml bottle. It is 5% ABV. There is a load of German on the back, and I think they're basically just telling you what I've just told you about the commemoration of the brewer and all that. Ingredients, yeah, contains water, malted barley, hops, hop extract. Malted barley, just in case you don't know, they use it in a lot of German beer, but it's basically where the seed has germinated slightly, and you've got the seed at the end, which produces sugar to feed that germinated seed, and that's why you get the sweet malt from German malted barley. And it's something that is, I wouldn't say it's unique to Germany, but you get it in a lot of German beers, and it does give it a very nice flavour if it's brewed right. So let's see if this is brewed right. Right, get the cap off. Brinkhoff's is on the cap. There it goes. That's one for the collection. Oh, this smells a bit fucking moody, actually. Now, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it a chance to get it out of the bottle. Oh, this don't smell nice at all. This, I have got fucking massive misgivings about. Oh. That smells very, very skunky on the opening. It's just filled the room with the smell of rotting cabbage. And I'm getting it here now as well. See? When you don't have a rant about green bottles, this is what happens. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to fucking go into one. I can't. I'm going to give myself a fucking heart attack, and these cunts will still be fucking producing fucking beer in fucking green and clear bottles if I do. It really doesn't smell good at all. It smells like rotting fucking cabbage. Bit like stepdaughter's cooking. Don't tell her I said that. Why the fuck do I keep sniffing it? Oh. I should have known better. I see it fucking advertised on Beers of Europe. It was in a green bottle, and I thought maybe I'll be lucky. I tried the Jaeger. The Jaeger wasn't bad. That managed to stay out the fucking night. There it is in a glass. Big, massive white head. Looks quite nice, actually. Very pale. But the aroma, it's just it's like a burnt, rotting cabbage, if you can imagine that. Now, to be fair, I have smelt worse. I've smelt more skunky beer than this. But, oh Christ. Anyway, let's just give it a go. If it tastes as bad as it smells, it's going down the sink. Wish me luck. Oh, fuck off. I can see what... Oh. I can see what it's trying to do. But there's just that horrible, skunky flavour over the top. No, fuck off. No, I don't like it. It's skunked. It's fucking skunked. And I should have known better. That's my own fault, that is. You know, That could have easily been avoided, just putting it in a fucking brown bottle. But it smells, I can smell it from here. It's just wafting out the glass. Oh, fucking hell. You know, and I paid nearly, what? I paid over £2 for that. And that's going to go down the sink. For the simple reason, these fuckers can't be bothered to put it in a brown bottle. I can see what it's trying to do. I do get the little bit of dry finish on it, but it's just got that horrible skunky flavour all the way through it. And this is going to be a fucking sink job. And, you know, what's the point of fucking living if they're going to put shit into green bottles like this? Oh, it just smells like, it's horrible. It's like burnt, rotten cabbage. And it, you know, it's just wafted. I can smell it from here. It's just wafting out the bottle and out the glass. And yeah, even from about here I can smell it. That's going down the fucking sink. That's £2, nearly £3 down the fucking drain. I should have known better. You know, alright, they're fucking bell ends for putting it into a green bottle, but I'm even more fucking stupid for fucking buying it. You know, and you know, people who drink Becks and who drink Peroni and Heineken and even in some cases Budvar as well, if it's not stored right, and the prime example is the shop round the corner, it's guaranteed it's just left underneath them supermarket lights in a green bottle or in a clear bottle, and it's just gonna turn the beer bad. I should do a video on light struck beer, the chemical reaction and how it actually works. There'd be a lot of science involved, and to be honest, I'm not mad on science, but I'm interested in the science that goes into brewing. And it's just, I'm getting it from here, and it's making me feel sick. It's making me feel sick because I just spent £3 on a beer that's going to go down the drain. And the trouble is, people think this is how the beer should taste, and it's not. I mean, as soon as you put it up to your nose, it's just, fucking hell, it's like a grassy, rotting vegetable type smell. A bit like, you know, skunk weed. If any of you marijuana smokers out there, if you smell really strong skunk weed, there's a little element of that in as well. I was taking the dogs over the field for a walk. It's like rotting leaves, that sort of smell. It's quite strong, and it's just not pleasant. And I'm getting wafts of it keep coming over. No, fuck off, bollocks. Brinkhoff, Dab, Dortmund. I've tried the Dortmunder Action, the Dortmunder Export. That weren't bad. It was in a brown bowl. It weren't the best beer in the world. It's cheap, but this stuff can fuck off, bollocks. You fucking wankers. So what's the verdict on Brinkhoffs? Well, it could have been nice. I'll never know, because all I'm getting is skunky aromas and skunky flavours. That's going down the sink. This is getting a fucking 0 out of 10. I should take half of the blame for this, for buying it. But I bought the Jaeger stuff, and the Jaeger stuff wasn't bad. It's one of them ones where, you know, it depends how it's been stored, and it depends how it's, you know, the journey from the brewery to the shop, you know, how much light it's been exposed to. Beer should never be like that. Beer shouldn't be dependent on the light. And the trouble is, what really annoys me is some people think this is how beer should taste, and it's not. This is a fucking chemical reaction. I mean, if you like it, fair enough, but that's not how the beer should taste. And, well, there you go. Happy fucking happy. 0 out of 10. Not recommended. And remember, I'm drinking this shit, so you don't have to.